Okay, sorry about the technical difficulties there. Elijah Deerdorf with a nice hit to start the game after Bancroft had 2 strikeouts and Burrell an out from third in the bottom of the first, or in the top of the first. Ames again, the home team. Hibbing is going to send a slow grounder to short. He'll be out, but Deerdorf is able to advance. So Deerdorf advances to second. 1 out. Bottom of the first. Ball inside here to Dexter Erdman. Erdman one for 1 with 2 walks the first game. And he'll send one straight to the center fielder, and yet it'll drop equidistant between the center fielder, shortstop, and second baseman. Brings up Finn Burrell. And Burrell crushes one foul. So that was right down the pipe. Burrell, a .592 hitter last year. Suffers a nasty curveball. Burrell went 1 for 3. 1 for 3 in this early game. And Burrell down on strikes. Bring up Graydon Bancroft. Bancroft takes a nasty curveball there for strike 1. Team we're playing here is from Minnesota. Cool name, the Blizzard. Bancroft swinging a miss there. Still looking for his first hit this season. Great job on the mound there, top of the first. Sorry for our technical difficulties, but Bancroft had 2 strikeouts to start the first inning. And Bancroft is going to get hit by pitch. Led the team in hit by pitch last year with 8. And he'll be aboard.
Finn, let's go, you're running.
Got bases loaded here. 2 outs. We're going to have Finn Burrell hustle in and run for Graydon Bancroft so we can get the catchers or get ready for pitching, I guess. Thanks to the 9U for tuning in here. This is Lucas Dressler, new to the team this year. Moved here from Grinnell. His dad's the music or the band director at Ames High School. All he did in his first game was go 2 for 2 with a walk. So foul that one off. hit somebody's windshield pretty bad there in the parking lot. Dressler takes a nasty curveball. Nice job fighting that off there by Dressler.
That's a good job. All right, here we go. Base hit.
Thanks to the 10 of you tuning in. Bases loaded, bottom of the first, 2 outs. Dressler takes one inside. You got Deerdorf on third.
All right, coming to you now.
Erdman on second. Burrell pinch running for Bancroft on first, and Dressler is going to punch one up the middle. That'll score Deerdorf easily. We'll have a little bit of excitement at the plate here. Erdman starts his slide super easy early, but actually a beautiful slide by Erdman. And Dressler continues his perfect start to the season. He's now 3 for 3 as he gets a 2-out, 2-run, 2 RBI double. Boy, the boy's trying to make new friends in his school. Look no further than Lucas Dressler. So just like that, Ames leads 2-1.
Be ready, Finn.
This is Ian Nelson, who last year did lead the team in contact percent, a statistic kept for how often he connects with the ball when he swings.
Here we go. It's all you now.
Nelson, beautiful pitching, game 1.
All right, good eye.
Takes a ball. Nelson 3 scoreless innings en route to Ames, clawing back from a 5-0 deficit to beat Bondurant 8-5. Nelson takes a fastball high and outside, probably a strike indeed, but right on the corner. 2 strikes. Coach Deerdorf at first yells, "Look for the curve." And in fact, he does get one, and in fact, he is down on strikes, but not before Dressler does it again. Lucas Dressler 3 for 3 on the day with a 2-out, 2 RBI double. Ames has to lead 2-1. We'll go to the top of the second. Bancroft on the mound. Kevin, is it working?
Not that we can tell. I don't remember having to do the plus of the premium.
It's finicky.
Is it?
Just log on. Scott is listening to him. You got him?
You can hear Tim?
Okay.
Have you got a plus or a premium account?
I almost wonder if you like restart your phone.
Scott can't get you either. He just asked me if you were broadcasting. Is he on there?
I've got 11.
Okay,
He
so
asked me like
it
5
must
minutes
be
ago
us.
if you were broadcasting.
It's got to be us then.
5, 6, 7.
Maybe you should restart your phone, Scott.
Yeah.
He's got 11. It's odd because I listened to you this morning.
Yeah. It was weird because their team started streaming before me, and like I was forced to join theirs, and so I had to end it for the whole team just to get out of their stream. And I think when I restarted, that might have been it, but I'll check back. Andy, thank you, sir.
Here you go, Graydon. Lock back in like last time. Ready, defense?
Okay, so Bancroft back on the mound. Ball inside there for ball 1. Let's meet your defense here today. In left field, newcomer Lucas Dressler. Center field, Landon Dahlberg. A couple of LDs. And there is a rope that is going to be deep left center. That one makes it to the warning track. Ames does well on the relays and limits it to a double, but it is a stand-up double for the leadoff batter for Minnesota. So yeah, a couple LDs in left field here. Lucas Dressler, Landon Dahlberg. Right field is Ian Nelson. Third base, Finn Burrell. Shortstop, Elijah Deerdorf. Second base, Ethan Danielson. First base, Colton Hibbing. Bancroft on the mound. Saint Berger catching. And folks, we are already at 14, equals our high viewership from the first game. Thanks for logging on, and looks like we got another fun one here. Top of the second, Ames up 2-1. Still in pool play. Again, approximately 16-team tournament. Top 8 teams from today. Swing and a miss there, administered by Bancroft. Top 8 teams today will go to the gold bracket. Bottom 8 go to the silver. Obviously, wins and losses are looked at first, but then typically... Beautiful pitch from Bancroft there for strike. Typically, you've got 4 teams that'll go 2-0 today. 4 teams will go 0-2, and for those 8 teams in the middle that go 1-1, the tiebreaker is the number of runs you allowed. So that's why you saw Bondurant earlier today, even though the umpire was about ready to give our batter, I think Ethan Danielson, his full at bat. Bondurant, knowing the bases were loaded, asked that they not, because they didn't want some run to score that when technically the game was over. There is a rocket to left field. That's going to be really tough because it's really windy. It's going to go foul, and Lucas Dressler gets there in time, but it does go foul. Oh, it would have needed a Kirby Puckett type reach over the wall to get that one. Again, these bats are heavier, probably about 3 ounces heavier than they were last year. So there's a lot more pop to the hits. There's ball outside. Walk administered. That first inning saw Bancroft strike out 2, and Burrell got the 3rd out. In today's first game, you had Ian Nelson with 5 outs, Deerdorf with 2.5, Hibbing with 2, Erdman with 2, Dahlberg with 1, Burrell with 1, Bancroft with half. Those were your 15 outs earlier today. Swing and a miss. Runner will advance. I think Deerdorf actually had 3.5 outs earlier today. That's where that 15th one was. Runner on third here for Minnesota had probably the nicest looking hit of the day we've seen so far today, but does not appear to have incredible wheels. So pass ball should be safe. St. Berger, our catcher, very nimble back there. That one is going to get past, but Bancroft throwing hard enough that it rebounds right back into Berger's lap. Thank you to these 17 of you following along. I will warn you, we're standing very close here to the plate, and we got a left-handed batter. Foul ball could kill me. Oh, bummer. Bancroft is called for a walk, or a balk. So runners get to advance their base. That'll score a run for Minnesota, making it 2-2. Runner from second advances to third. Again, this is the first year for this team that they've worn jerseys that say Ames as opposed to Storm. 3 balls, 1 strike.
No go.
We'll have a meeting at the mound. Erdman gonna go warm up Franzen, it looks like. Right now, Coach Dahlberg is asking Graydon what his favorite color is, what his favorite cartoon is, what his favorite number is, what his favorite dessert is. Coach Dahlberg, Coach Deerdorf do a great job. Also want to give a shout out to Alex Danielson and Andy Erdman, who help at practices strike from Bancroft, solidifying the Tim Hibbing rule that every pitcher throws a strike after a meeting on the mound. Ames Storm begging the Minnesota runner on first to take second. Not quite sure why he won't, but Hibbing not even holding the runner. Yeah, there he goes. Finally, that ball's gonna get past. We're gonna have a play at the plate. He could get him here. So Berger had a great recovery of the ball. Bancroft couldn't quite get to the mound or to the plate fast enough. Good base running there by the runner at third. So Ames down 3-2. Nobody out. Runner on second. You have to wonder if in any way there's a strike. Berger's going to try to throw down. Good throw down by Berger. Okay, so here we go. Top of the second inning. Ames down 3-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Bancroft will get the strikeout. Nice job by Berger squeezing that one. That was a foul tip into the mitt. So Bancroft with his 3rd strikeout of the day. That ties Nelson already. There's a foul ball. Boys, majority of them went to Poncheros or Jimmy John's for lunch. So if in any way they seem lethargic, we can blame those restaurants. Ball high, nice job by Berger there. Dahlberg in center field is looking behind him, wondering what all the commotion is on the field 2. Looks like a grand slam of some sort. Oh, there's a beautiful changeup from Bancroft. Unfortunately, a bit inside. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on third for Minnesota. Minnesota leads 3-2. There's a strike, so we'll go full count here. Let's go, G. There's a blooper to left, and Dressler's not quite able to get it. Just barely missed it. Good at bat there for the Minnesota runner. He'll advance to first while the run from third scores, and we are down 4-2. He's got a lefty here. Look good, Graydon. Must have been a little bit outside. That north-south looked great on that. Bancroft last season threw 49% strikes. You had Nelson at 65, Ethan Danielson at 62, Dexter Erdman at 58. Runner does go. Berger will throw down. Good throw. Just about 7/10 of a second late. Berger is strong as any boy on this team. Ball low there. That will walk the batter. So Bancroft 49% strikes last year. Has definitely improved. It's going to be a ball low. Good stop by Berger. Prevents runners from advancing. Get some kudos from Matt Burrell behind home plate. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Winds pretty consistently over 20 miles an hour right now, blowing in, so you will not see any home runs today. And of course, just as I say that, yeah, that one, the loft on that looked good, but it died in a hurry. It's so windy. Foul ball.
Ball second base.
Thank you to the 18 of you tuning in. Oh, and there's a shot to deep center, but again, that wind is going to kill it. Great job by Dahlberg. He backs up, and great job by Dahlberg. First step was backwards. You know, folks, I'm telling you, that might have been a home run if it wasn't as windy. But great job by Dahlberg. He was able to field it cleanly. Like I mentioned earlier, Ames almost flawless on their relays from outfield to infield. I know that's supposed to be a pretty standard thing, but after 6 years of watching youth baseball, it's never a given. Hibbing chases that one down, fouled, not able to get there. Still gets a good hustle 10 chant from the always encouraging Matt Burrell. Strike administered to the batter here, number 27. And some of these cars in the parking lot are taking a beating today. Car insurance companies everywhere, not pleased. So Bancroft again has 2 strikes on the batter. Just 1 out. 2 outs, sorry.
Get set.
Bancroft gets called for the balk. So runners advance. Again. Top of the second. Ames down 4-2. 2 outs. 1 via strikeout from Bancroft. The other pop fly from Dahlberg. 5 outs total today. Bancroft with 3, Burrell with 1, Dahlberg with the 5th. 1 strike away from getting out of the inning here. Oh, that looked good. Might have been an inch high. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. First base is open. And nice job by Finn Burrell. He fields the line drive. Oh. So Bancroft gets called for a 3rd balk. And the line drive collected by Burrell is no good. So the runner from 3rd gets to score, the runner from 2nd gets to advance to 3rd, and just when you thought you're out of the inning, number 27, the base runner is, or the batter is walked. So we're not having a ton of fun here. Top of the second, still 2 outs. Runners in the corner from Minnesota. I always feel so cool that Minnesota comes down here to play baseball with us. Nice pitch from Bancroft there for a strike. I think he's definitely on pace for his 49% strike rate. Thank you to the 19 of you tuning in right now. Record is 23. That is going to be a blooper. A nice hit. Dahlberg gets it into Deerdorf. Good relay. Be interesting to see what the coaches thought about that. I guess in a perfect world, had Dahlberg thrown it to Burrell at third, they would have had the base runner out by a mile. Instead, he did, what he's normally going to do, which is just relay it in. Okay, we have a fourth balk here. Not sure what's going on there. So what's going on there is that the umpire, being very picky, of course, is picking on Bancroft for flinching his shoulders. Basically, what it amounts to, big picture, is that Bancroft was very worried about the base runners. So, unfortunately, balk administered, run scores. We're at 7-2. Minnesota leads. 5-run deficit. Nothing Ames hasn't come back from already today. Still early in the game. About 35 minutes in. Plenty of time. This will bring up Joey Franzen, number 3. Every time he gets a strikeout, we say Joey fans him. Here we go. Top of 2 still. Ames down 7-2. Same deficit. We were down same stage of the game earlier today. Home team again, even though different dugout. This is Joey Franzen on the mound. He will first pitch. Ground out to Deerdorf. Deerdorf is gonna. Great play by Colton Hibbing there.
We got some work to do now, okay? We're on a bunch of runs. Still early in the game. We got plenty of time. But we got to go to work this inning.
We did it last game.
Come on, runs on 3. 1, 2, 3, runs! Let's go. Everyone talk. Everyone talk.
So on Franzen's first pitch, it was a grounder to Deerdorf, who fielded it cleanly. Throw was a little short. Hibbing is able to one-hop it for the out. And Ames gets out of the inning. As mentioned earlier, same spot as we were last game. Midway through the second, down 5. We'll take a break.
So watch it. I did attack first pitch.
Is it working?
Not yet. It's something we're not doing right.
Weird. Okay.
I think everybody else is listening.
What'd Scott say, Marna? Okay.
He hasn't responded. Let me see if he read the text. He didn't read the last text, so maybe they're out of the car. Maybe they're out of the car.
Sure. Okay. All right.
My husband's driving to Chicago with a.
Same spot we were last game, down 5, halfway through the second. Right where we got him right where we want him. Okay, so this will be Ethan Danielson. Ethan, something of an unsung hero from the first game when Ames was down 5-2. Ethan was the leadoff batter in that epic bottom of the fifth and had a grounder to shortstop that he beat out and got the 6-run party started. Swing and a miss there.
Good cut. Just under it.
Nice attempt at framing there by the Minnesota catcher. Ball clearly inside. Minnesota catcher tries to lift it up and in, but the umpire not biting. Danielson ahead in the count. He's going to hit one foul.
All right. Good hack, buddy. Good hack. Here we go.
Tough curveball there. Called third strike. A tough one to swing at.
All right, Joey, here we go.
Here comes Joey Franzen.
Should we go 1,000%?
All right. Joey Franzen hit by pitch there. Hit by pitch, and we got a runner aboard. It's always a little tricky for those pitchers, that first lefty they see.
Okay, 18 for the charge in. Here we go.
St. Berger up to bat. Pickoff attempt of Franzen at first. Great job by Coach Deerdorf telling him to get back.
Like that one?
Ball low there to Mr. Berger.
Oh, good job. Did you hit it off the tee or did somebody pitch it to you? Somebody throw it to you?
I hit it off the tee.
Oh, good. Good job.
Swing and a miss. Nice throw down from the catcher there. Good piece of base running by Franzen to get back. Word on the street is if St. Berger gets a hold of one, it's going to go a long way. That is a similar pitch there to what Ethan Danielson saw. And Berger down on strikes. So this will bring up Landon Dahlberg. All Landon did last game was go 1 for 1 with a walk.
You got this, Landon?
And Dahlberg is just going to punch it. And Dahlberg 2 for 2 on the day, swinging at the first pitch. He's always had a fast bat. Cool stat on Dahlberg I didn't get to share, but last year he led the team in the number of times he worked a pitcher for 3 more pitches after the second strike. So this is Elijah Deerdorf, leadoff batter, his second plate appearance.
Go, 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 go. You're up.
Deerdorf still has not seen the bench in a single plate appearance. Today,
There they are, a couple of stakes. Here we go.
runners on second and third, 2 outs. Dahlberg, plenty of speed at second.
All right, hey, not you. Here we go.
Deerdorf takes one low. Nice to see the aggressiveness, though. So Franzen on third, Dahlberg on second, 2 outs, bottom of the second, 1 ball, 1 strike. Good job waiting on the curveball. It's going to be interesting because Deerdorf's fast, but Minnesota is able to retire Mr. Deerdorf. Nice job by the shortstop there. And no runs scored. We'll go to the top of the third. Ames down 7-2. Good contact.
You and Eli take second. You played second. Eli's at third.
Wait, why am I playing second?
I'm gonna change some things up here. Energy in the system.
How's he doing?
Good.
What'd you have for lunch, Ethan? What was it?
Like a Casey's burger.
Casey's Burger? All right. That's what I had for breakfast. All right, so Erdman is going in at left. Dahlberg will stay at center. Ian Nelson at right. Finn the Barrel Burrell at third. Deerdorf at short. Colton Hibbing at second. Your first baseman, Lucas Dressler. Joey Franzen on the mound. St. Berger catching. Bancroft on the bench. Danielson on the bench. And batters 4, 5, 6. Coming up here
defense, be ready to
from
move.
Minnesota.
Here we go, Joe. Get going, Joe. Go strike here, bud.
Thank you to the 20 of you tuning in. 23 is our record. Ball high from Franzen to start the third. Roughly 45 minutes into the game. Ball 2. There's a strike from Joey. Make that 2 strikes in a row for Joey Franzen. So we've had 6 outs so far today. 3 from Bancroft. 1 from Burrell, 1 from Dahlberg, and 1 from Deerdorf. Ball high will go full count. And a ball in the dirt. Runner walks. Good stop by Berger, but Minnesota with a runner aboard. Strike to number 10. I believe this was the gentleman that had the rope to center field last time at bat. I might like to see our right fielder play a little bit more over, but of course wind is blowing in, so. There's a shot to Deerdorf. He'll backhand it, and he airmails it to second. Hibbing not able to sky and collect it, so Fortunately, we got runners on first and second. Still nobody out here, top of the third.
Let's go, defense ready, defense ready.
Pickoff attempt will dribble to center field. And these are full-size bases, so the days of everybody advancing on overthrows are pretty well over. There's a line rounder to Burrell. Nice job by Finn Burrell. Gets down, scoops it, gets the force at third. That is Burrell's second out of the day. He'd like to say it's his third, but that line drive was taken away from him. So Bancroft with 3 outs, Burrell with 2. Deerdorf and Dahlberg each with 1. That is a ball that is 1 centimeter high and 1 centimeter inside.
In and out, in and out. Bolted, bolted. Eli.
The dugout here admonishing their middle infielders to hold the runner at second better. There's a strike from Franzen. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pickoff attempt to no avail. Nobody likes pickoff attempts more than Joey. There's a ball high. Third base coach here from Minnesota just gave his runner the green light with as little as we're holding them on. Yep, sure enough, there he goes. So the batter is walked. Franzen asks for a new baseball.
Coming home, coming home.
There is another line drive from Finn Burrell. His
We got some innings left, okay? Let's get just a couple here, couple next innings, and right back here. Runs on 3. 1, 2, 3, run! Let's go, guys. Energy up, energy up.
Hey, it's the same kid. Hey, same kid, he's right. 75% of the time. Oh, yeah. Hey, same picture. Gets his hair cut by his dad. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome.
so Burrell had 2 outs that inning. Which give him 3 for the game.
get it started. Let's get a big inning here.
So Colton Hibbing up to bat here. Takes one high and inside.
There we go, Ken. Shut the table here. Come on.
Hibbing, nobody saw more pitches last year than Hibbing, 555. In fact, one's down low. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. He'll likely see a curveball here. That or a changeup. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 3rd. Ball inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Go, Colton. Right here, man. Here we go.
All right, Stan, here we go. Dan, come to you. That's it.
Hibbing is going to hit one right at the shortstop. And oh, Hibbing's ruled safe. First baseman
Good job, Colton. Good
was
hustle.
off. Pulled his foot off. So Hibbing with a gift from the baseball gods. Brings up Dexter Erdman. Erdman is going to sky one to left field. And again, that wind is blowing in so hard, the left fielder made it look, you know, more dramatic than it needed to be. So Erdman, like Deerdorf before him, is retired for the first time. I would go get a better angle of Burrell here, the lefty, but the Minnesota bench is pretty full. So we'll just need to give you this angle here. Burrell slices one.
Hey, wait till you're ready, Stan. Here we go.
Apparently Burrell's been watching the Masters. And Hibbing is going to dig for a stolen base, and he's in. No throw down.
There you go, Finn. Right place with you. All right. You got this. You got
Swinging a check swing there for Burrell. Ruled a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hibbing on second, aims down, 7-2, bottom of 3. Burrell takes one high. Again, Burrell, an unbelievable season last year, hit .592, led the team in runs, at bats. I'm sorry, runs, hits, doubles, RBIs, total bases. Good job by Hibbing making the pitcher think. Burrell down on strikes. This will bring up Graydon Bancroft. So you might have heard me say 13 home runs last year for Bancroft. Technically only 10 were in the Storm season. Bancroft went to an all-star game, all-star tournament at the end of the season, and in 2 or 3 games at that tournament hit 3 more home runs, which is why we say he had 13. Nice job by Hibbing there, making that pitcher work. Throw is outside. I swear that's the 3rd pitch right on the corner of the plate that Bancroft has seen today. Not liked. That one's high. 2 balls, 1 strike 2 outs, bottom of 3. Ames leads 7-2. That one low and away. This catcher is phenomenal at framing. At least he's trying to.
See the ball, hit the ball. Here we go.
Almost makes you wonder if he's been to some Twins games up there in Minnesota and seen those catchers do their thing.
Hey, it's all right. All right. Got to come to you again.
Bancroft looking to get on track here. And he will draw the walk. Nice job by Hibbing. He'll pick up his second stolen base. And this will bring up Mr. Lucas Dressler.
2-2. Here we go. Amen.
We're going to go with a little bit of wide zoom here so you can see the runners on the corner. Be interesting if they send Bancroft.
That's it. Make him pitch.
Minnesota, it appears they trust their catcher a lot, so it'd be interesting to see if they would try to throw out Bancroft even at the expense of not getting him out and Hibbing advancing home. Seems that Coach Dahlberg might be concerned about that too, not sending Bancroft in what is usually a guaranteed runners on the corner. You send that guy from first. Respect for the catcher. And Dressler is going to do it again. He is 4 for 4 today.
Nice job!
Leads the team in RBIs. Scores Hibbing.
Good job, 2-2.
And Lucas Dressler just having the best opening day with a new team we've ever seen in the history of 14U baseball. 5 at bats, 5 on base. Lucas doesn't even know what the bench feels like. So this is Ian Nelson, your all-world pitcher.
See the ball, hit the ball.
Takes one high and upside, swing and a miss. So again, Ames down 7-3. This is exactly what happened the first game. Ames down 5 and just bit by bit by bit, you know, caught at it. Nice play though by the second baseman to get Nelson out. And Ames only gets 1 run in, courtesy of another Dressler RBI. So we'll go to the 4th. 7-3. Ames down.
Oh yeah, fingers for foul ball. Hey Gavin. Hey, don't put your hands out in the basket if you don't get hit by foul ball.
Matt, how easy is it to tell me who got those 3 outs last inning? I know Finn had 2, but I can't remember the other one.
Probably not when they're
He had all 3.
Did he have all 3?
Like had like a 4, so he just touched it and then he caught 1 and then touched the base again.
Was that a double play at the end there?
Right?
Yeah, right now it's okay.
Becky, it's actually the riddle I'm trying to figure out because he didn't.
I thought that's what it was. I could be wrong.
Yeah. Fielder's choice at third for the first out with Finn,
Okay,
and then double play for Finn.
so Finn has 4 of our 9 outs so far.
3 in 1 inning. Racks it up in a hurry.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, thank you. Ada, what's your mid-game analysis? Wise words from a wise woman. So, you know how I like to do this. 9 outs through 3 innings. 4 of them by Burrell, 3 by Bancroft, 1 by Deerdorf, 1 by Dahlberg. Erdman in left, Dahlberg in center, Ian Nelson in right. Burrell still at third. Colton Hibbing at short. Ethan Danielson at second. Dressler at first. Joseph John Franzen on the mound. JJ starts his fourth inning campaign with a beautiful strike. Berger back behind the plate. Bancroft and Deerdorf doing their part to take a break. Strike two from JJ Franzen. Wind speeds up at about 30 miles an hour right now. Trailing to 25. Perfect day otherwise, high 60s. We're in West Des Moines. Holiday Park, there's a shot to left field. Dressler reads it well, two-hands it. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Dressler, that's Erdman. Great job. I tell you, that's the first two-handed catch I've seen in the outfield in a long time. Good job. That was a lot harder than you might think with the wind blowing in, and good job by Erdman. He records his first out of the game. There's another strike from Franzen. All Joey's done this inning is throw strikes. Ooh, just a bit outside. If you're new with us this year, you may not know that Joey's older sister, state champion track runner, there's a drive to deep right field. Deep right field. That's going to get over Ian Nelson's head, bounce off the fence. Nelson picks it up on the warning track. There is a beautiful relay, once again, to Danielson, and Danielson throws it hard enough to Hibbing, and Hibbing just lets it go to third where it needed to end up anyway. And nice, beautiful stand-up two-base double over the right fielder's head. And Minnesota, yeah, Coach Deerdorf just yelled out, way to throw strikes, Joe. Couldn't agree more. He's only thrown one ball this entire frame. Make that two. Jinxed him.
Joe, you got this.
Ball outside. Ladies and gentlemen, we have tied our all-time record with 23 viewers. There's the patented Joey Franzen pickoff attempt. This is as good a time as any to tell you that commentary will not be available tomorrow. Should be the only two games this year we can't do. Might be one or two next Saturday, the 19th. Otherwise, we'll be here. Ball just a little bit high. Right at about 70 minutes into the game. There is a foul ball.
Good job, Joe.
Franzen threw above 50% strikes last year. Pitcher Pitcher 4 in strike percent. Went Nelson Danielson there. Runner at second is going to go. There's a blooper right over second, and interesting scenario there. That runner was already stealing third. He probably could have easily made it home. Third base coach, I just overheard him say, "That's on me." You know, if we do a double play and we get out of this inning without allowing any runs, that will for sure be a run that Minnesota gave up. We have an airplane flying overhead right now. And shocker of shockers, Ames gets called for their 5th balk of the game, advancing the runner from third home, proving the coach's mistake to not send him null, and advancing the runner from first to second. You can rest assured there will be no balking training as a point of emphasis at practice next week. With as good as these coaches are, my guess is you won't see another balk the rest of the year. And, another windup in Burrell, having been part of 4 outs already. That one squirts through. And yet again, we'll have runners on the corner here. 8-3. Top of the 4th. This is a little bit of crunch time in that, remember, the tiebreaker used amongst teams finishing with a 1-1 record today. The tiebreaker used to determine who makes it into the gold bracket is runs given up. You can beat a team 40-0, and that doesn't matter. The idea is, well, you can beat a team 40-20 and still make the silver bracket if your record is 1-1, because the tiebreaker is runs given up. So Ames needs to buckle down here. They may not be able to get the W in this game, but we can't allow too many runs or we're going to wind up in the silver bracket tomorrow. Tournament 1 of 8. As there's another sky-high shot. Can Erdman field it a second? Oh, that one gets past Erdman. Dahlberg with a nice backup. Gets it into Hibbing. Hibbing with a rope to Burrell at third. About 3/10 of a second late. Runner from first advances to third, and the batter gets himself a double. As Erdman not able to squeeze it in left. Again, wind blowing in, makes it a little nasty. Still just 1 out here. My spidey sense tells me that if we can keep them under 12 runs, we've still got a good chance at the gold bracket tomorrow. Tournament amongst the top 8. If they get to 12 or more, that's probably grounds for silver bracket. Top of the 4th, 1 out. 10 outs today total, 4 from Burrell, 3 from Bancroft. 1 from Erdman, 1 from Dahlberg, 1 from Deerdorf. Ball low there. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. First base is open. Not the end of the world here if we administer a walk. If you can hear the noise behind me, that is the team for the next game arriving. Franzen does give up the walk there, and that will lead to a meeting at the mound.
Okay, see how the other doesn't touch it goes out? Yeah, we did the video, yeah. I got logged out of the account. When was my phone, guys? He's not doing it. I don't remember the volume. I think this where's James? This was last night. Pull up today, right? You play first? Yeah, I'm starting first. Oh, you are?
So Franzen will stay in at pitcher.
Odin plays good first.
Ames down 9-3. That ball does get past Berger, but with just one out, Minnesota not wanting to make the last out of the inning at home plate. Good job by the coaches calling Hibbing up closer. Hard hit ball to short. We want to go home with it. And there is a gift from the baseball gods. Nobody's calling it. Nobody's calling it. Oh, that was a gift. A total gift. And Franzen and Burrell can't get on the same page. A strike nonetheless. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 4th. Ames down 9-3. And yep, if you don't take advantage of those gifts, the next pitch is a rope over the center fielder's head. Bummer, bummer, bummer. We're going to have a catching change. Bancroft in for Berger. And I believe a pitching change. St. Berger is going to pitch. Berger, a nice addition, comes from Gilbert High School, same as Landon Dahlberg. Tough thing to do here, go from catcher to the mound. So here we go. Still top of the 4th, still just 1 out. Haven't recorded an out since Erdman caught that. I think it was the first batter. Caught his pop fly in left field. There is a ball outside from Berger, but a good north-south. Still got Dressel at first and Danielson at second and Hibbing at short and Burrell at third. There's another bomb. I think that one's going to go out of the park. And yes, that is a home run. Told Told you
Back-to-back
not going to see any home runs today, but I was wrong.
Back-to-back innings? Yeah, that's kind of sad, bro. It's actually crazy.
Bro, if I hit him,
Why is he so good, bro? I don't get it. That was literally a pop-up for bro when it went over the fence. Like, I don't get it.
So a 3-run homer for Minnesota clears the bases. Ames now down 14-3, 1 out, top of the 4th.
That's literally going the other field. Not even lazy, bro.
Tough spot for St. Berger here. New team, first time playing travel ball.
Bro, how many bombs is he averaging in?
First batter faced, gives up a home run.
I'll hit like in my career.
There's another shot.
Back-to-back.
That one will stay in. Dahlberg fields it, and we'll just have a stand-up double there. Good words of encouragement from Coach Deerdorf, just to throw strikes.
Keep throwing strikes, Saint.
No, in one of our last tournaments, I think it was against your team the second time. Peter just comes up, boom, at first pitch after the bump here. Chucks the
There's a
ball.
foul ball.
Wasn't he on your team?
Yeah. No, it went, he touched the bat.
We are reaching that point in these boys' baseball career where a lot of the professionals get to, which is that no matter how hard you throw, anything can be timed.
I got it! Heads up!
And so to strike a batter out, you really have to have curveballs and changeups and sliders and sinkers and stuff I don't know how to do. But the great Greg Maddox, pitcher for Atlanta, got away with years and years and years of just perfect ball placement. And so it is quite the art, quite the skill. Ball low there.
Yeah, it's so weird. He has like on fence. Is it on fence? Yeah, and then he uses like his big socks for white socks for like 2 of them.
Berger dealing strikes.
In this form this weird too, bro.
Yeah.
And then he just chops the gas.
Oh, you pitching? Bro,
Is it Chase Honesty?
Peter threw the bat like 10 feet in the air.
Is it Chase Honesty?
His dad yelled at him after that bat.
Oh, I checked her roster. It said he was on
Couldn't ask for a more cool, calm, collected third base coach here.
You were on JV too much, right?
That north-south was great on that one, just a little bit outside. So we got a full count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 4th. And runner walks. We're at the 80-minute mark. I think the reason we're losing is because we have black jerseys and it's making the sun make us hotter and more lethargic. Otherwise, this would probably be a tie game. There's a nice pitch from Berger. Good attendance today. Probably 40 fans for both teams. Ball just a bit high there. Oh, runners are going to steal. Pop fly foul. So now we're having, the opposite coaching dilemma, that Saint is not checking the runners, and third base coach here took advantage of that, sent both of them here last time. Bancroft and Franzen were checking the runners too much. Berger not checking them enough. We'll be okay though. If you didn't pay attention to the scrimmage last Sunday, we pitched 10. I remember a meeting as part of the Ames Youth Baseball Board several years ago, and we asked then head coach, what's the number one thing you need at the high school level? He said pitchers. Not hitters, pitchers. Ames was the runner-up in the state 2 years ago, much to the surprise of many, but based in part because a few kids came out of the woodwork as seniors with an ability to pitch. Berger blows that one by number 61. Ball high outside there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bancroft has really developed into a nice catcher. He led the team in throwouts last year. Ball outside there, 3 balls, 1 strike. There's a shot that will go foul. Erdman won't be able to get there in time.
Genuinely, I'm wondering. He didn't even look like he had all of it.
So here we go again. A little deja vu, full count for Berger. Oh, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. Saint's going to be right around 50% strikes. That's a great first outing. We only had 4 pitchers last year throw over 50% strikes. Ball high. Will walk batter number 61.
You okay, Saint?
So here we go. Get out of this inning. We've got a small chance still at the gold bracket. We've given up 19 runs so far today. That one's a little bit outside. Bases loaded, 1 out. Erdman in left, he's gotten out today. Dahlberg in center, he's gotten out. Nelson in right. Dressel at first. Danielson at second. Hibbing at short. Burrell at third has 4 outs. Berger, your pitcher, and Bancroft behind the plate. He's got 3 outs. Geerdorf taking a turn on the bench. He's got the 10th. There's a strike.
I remember that.
There's back-to-back strikes from Berger. And for the 3rd straight batter, we have a full count. And for the 3rd straight batter, just not able to get that not able to get that final strike. Ames defense right now just dead as a doornail. "90 minutes in. Looks like, we'll just play a 4-inning game today. There is a foul ball. That'll hit. Ooh, does not hit the car. There is back-to-back strikes for Berger. I think that's the third or fourth time he's done that today. Pitch back-to-back strikes. It's always good. Gets the batter thinking. And, ooh, hey, a little gift here. All right. Bancroft and Berger combine for the out at home. I didn't think so, but we will take it. Will we ever? Third base coach didn't agree either, but again, cool, calm, collected here. He's not making a fuss. Not up 16-3. Ball in the dirt there. So Bancroft, we give him half an out there. That's 3.5 for the game for him. Berger, half an out. Whenever two players combine for an out to do with base running, there's half each. A walk administered, and so here we go again. Bases loaded. This time 2 outs.
Our best mini combo. Great bottom, third bottom. Oh, that is the best combo, bro. You have never worn these. It's great, bro. It's great. I agree. Hey, black. We don't have white on white.
If there's 3 things enjoyable in life, the birth of your child. Oh, we're gonna have a play at the plate here. Nope, we're not. Number 61 advances from third. 3 things enjoyable in life: the birth of a child, meeting your future spouse, listening to a bunch of 14-year-old boys behind you getting ready to enter your dugout when your game's over, and everything that they're talking about ranks right up there. I think I've heard the term bro 172 times. St. Berger deals a strike there. Make that 2. That is the 5th time he has thrown back-to-back strikes, so there is tremendous potential here. And as I've mentioned before, he is plenty strong, so a lot of untapped raw potential. Just can't get that 3rd strike in a row. And here we go again, full count. This is one of the hardest things as a pitcher is, pitching a strike when you want to. And he does pitch a strike. Line drive to Ethan Danielson. Records his first defensive out of the day. Good job there.
Hey, 14 runs, we're right back in this thing. What do you say? Yeah! This inning, 14 runs, let's do it. Let's go hits, get your hits. Hits on 3. 1, 2, 3, hits. Let's go.
Coach Dahlberg there said 14 runs and we're back in this thing.
Got it, Joe?
Do I need a password?
No.
Okay. What is so funny? What's so funny?
Some groceries. No cooler or anything? Maybe some groceries. That's it.
Hey, new pitcher.
Hi, Gene.
Tim, how you doing, buddy?
We're doing great. How are you?
Good, good.
Good.
to see you.
Yeah, you too. You got 8 of these in you this year?
I don't know if I have that many in me this year. We got so many other things going on.
Yeah.
I got to try and get to them.
Yeah.
They're going to be out of town the next 2 weekends, so we'll be here.
Okay.
Sue's going to watch the kids all week, so
Okay.
so I'll come up for. I think they got a couple games next Saturday,
Yeah.
and then weekend after maybe.
Yep.
They are? Yeah. So
Yep.
I'll probably be at those.
Yeah. 75 games this year.
Yeah, that's great. It's great. Yeah, we had. You know, when he was playing, we managed to get 60 or 65 every
Yeah.
Saturday. So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Fight and lose, kid.
Yep.
Have some fun. Yeah, it's fun though.
Yeah.
Fun though.
Yeah.
Might as well. The more games you get in, the better you're going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. One more frame.
Well, yeah, I think we have to score. Is it 12 after 4?
I think it's at time at
Probably 10
in 6.
probably,
Yeah. So Ethan Danielson up to bat here. Ethan, again, he kicked off that epic bottom of the 5th earlier today. Sees 2 straight balls. You hate to say this, but you almost don't want a 5th inning if we're not going to make an epic run here and, in fact, score 14 runs. There's a pop fly to the third baseman, and Danielson's out. Assuming we don't have a 14-run rally in us, we kind of want to bat long enough to not have to play a 5th inning, both to conserve arms and to not have to potentially give up more runs, which hurt our seeding for tomorrow. There might be a cap on those runs. Matt Burrell might know that. I'll go ask him here at a break in the action. So Joey Franzen up to bat. I think there is a cap on those runs. Like, if you lose 40-0, it only counts as 10 against your seeding or something like that. Ball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to J.J. Franzen. Joey was left on base more than any Storm player last year.
Good eye, Joey. Good eye.
78 times he reached base and nobody could hit him home. Franzen down on strikes.
Go 18. Go with 2 now. Go with 2.
So St. Berger up to bat here. That can't be true. I read that left on base stat this morning and they said it was 78. Maybe it was 78% of the time. With all respect to Joey, I don't think even Finn Burrell was on base 78 times last year. We'll have to check that and get back to you. Maybe it was 78%. So Berger takes the ball inside. Again, this catcher does as good of a job as any at trying to frame these pitches as strikes. If you can hear the words I am saying, that is a thank you, a credit to Matt Burrell for buying this $13 contraption I can hook to my phone that blocks the wind, because it is windy right now. And Berger down on strikes, so we have a less than 3 minute. Okay, they're going to call the game. Probably merciful. And so no commentary tomorrow. We'll see you Saturday morning the 19th for a little bit. And then 7 more tournaments, of course. So thanks for tuning in. We did get to a record 24 viewers, so thanks for that. Have a great afternoon, everybody.